Right then, Manchester United 0-0, 5 things we learned from the game against Crystal Palace. Overall, I think it was a very positive game. I think United did get a lot out of the game. Yes, we didn't win the game, and that was the only thing missing, I think. I think we total dominance by Manchester United, which we'll talk about. But let's get straight into it. The first thing we learned, ZIRKZEE is important. I think in the games that ZIRKZEE played, he's been absolutely vital to the way that Manchester United played. And we've seen when he came off the pitch, it was a drastic change in the way that Manchester United played. We couldn't get much control. Crystal Palace slowly started to come and faded into the game. And this is where ZIRKZEE is absolutely vital to Manchester United. And that's why he's very, very important. I think his link-up played fantastic. He created a few chances yesterday. His hold-up play, he should have scored one himself from that corner. I think overall his performance is fantastic. And you can see the massive difference when he's not on that pitch. And listen, that's going to create a dilemma because, listen, you want Holding to be that number 9. Because I don't think ZIRKZEE is like a 30-goal striker number 9. But ZIRKZEE's play is so important to us. And would that mean him playing in behind Højlund? But then do you drop Bruno Fernandes? Like, there has to be something we have to kind of look at. And something that we could see Ten Hag use in the FC20 game. For me, I think ZIRKZEE was absolutely vital. And I think if we didn't have, like, as I said, when he came off the kind of pitch, we did massively see the difference and the impact that it had. So, really, really happy with ZIRKZEE. Listen, the goals will hopefully come. He's creating chances. That's ultimately what his aim is. He is that typical 9.5, which he described himself as. He's coming, dropping deep, linking players. He always knows what he's going to do when the ball comes to him. And that's ultimately a very valuable asset to have. So, listen, I'm really, really happy with Joshua ZIRKZEE and his performance in a United shirt. So far has been great. I mean, the goal that he scored against Fulham was brilliant. He's built on these performances. I think against Southampton, he was fantastic. And again, yesterday against Palace, a solid performance. So really, really happy with him. For me, was a contender for man of the match. The second thing we learned, Ten Hag, possession dominance. Manchester United dominated the possession. I think we ended up with the game getting like 60-something possession, something silly like that, and most in the Manchester United game under Erik Ten Hag. And I think genuinely, in terms of our performance, I think Spurs, in Ten Hag's first season, and yesterday was one of our best performances under Erik Ten Hag, in my opinion. As I said, if we win the game, it's absolutely brilliant, but there's a lot of positive to take. If you want to look at stats, we had 67% possession in that game. Crystal Palace couldn't get a sniff in that first half, even up to the first 75 minutes, and where Eze had that chance. It was total dominance from United. They had more expected goals, more shots on target. Palace, first shot on target, I don't think come to like the 40-something minute like that. Like, it was utter dominance by United. We were first everything. We were baiting Crystal Palace with the press, luring players in. I think sometimes we do take too long on the ball, but I think Ten Hag got a lot right. I think the substitutes was the only negative, but other than that, I think it was overall a very positive performance, and I think that possession was fantastic from us. Listen, Palace are a top side. They struggled in the Premier League. I don't think they've won a game so far. I don't think they have. I don't think they've won a game so far. Let me have a look. Well, they played 5 and got 3 points, so I'm pretty sure they've just got draws. Yeah, they haven't won a game so far in the Premier League, so it is kind of very, very difficult for them. But I expected a lot more from Palace, if I'm honest with you. And I think the way that Ten Hag set up with the Eriksen in midfield, because we knew we were going to be on the ball, that was a big worry for me. Eriksen starting was obviously something that we kind of didn't expect to happen, but it was a right decision and a big call by Ten Hag, but he got it right. I think the subs were the only thing that cost Ten Hag the game. I think when you bring on ZIRKZEE, when you take off ZIRKZEE, it was obvious for me that the game and the dynamic was going to change when you take off Ahmad as well. Like, it was very, very disappointing to see, but I think overall, possession dominance, it was just dominant by Manchester United. We had a lot of shots. We should have scored 3, 4, even 5 goals in that first half. You look at the chances that we created. So yeah, overall very, very happy. Dominance by Manchester United. Now, the third thing we learned, Bruno frustration is what I'm going to say. Bruno is really, really frustrating at this current moment. I think his performance yesterday did get a lot of Manchester United fans agitated. Listen, when he's the captain of our team, you expect the utmost standard and the highest standard, and that's what many Manchester United fans were frustrated about. He just didn't really provide anything. It was probably one of the worst Bruno Fernandes performances I think we've seen Look at some of the players, Mainu, Ericsson doing intricate little 1-2s. It was so disappointing to see Bruno, the way that he played. But listen, it will be a learning curve. If he's our captain, which he is our captain, like, he has to really buckle up. And I think with that new contract, since then, I think his performances have dropped off. I think in that game midweek against FC20, you got to look at dropping Bruno for rotation purposes, and also I think we need to try something else in there. We know Bruno will be that starting 10 probably in most league games, but if we can try something else and it works, why not give it a go? I mean, you can even put ZIRKZEE in the number 10, Mount returning, Ericsson. Like, you can really rotate it. Ahmad can play there. So yeah, for me, Bruno frustration is what the third thing that we learned is. Number 4, Delo is key. I think if you look at Delo's performance yesterday, it was, I don't think he got enough praise. I think the way that he played and conducted himself in that game was absolutely world class. You can see how important he is to that Ten Hag system. He's dropping into midfield, creating that 3 at the back system where we can kind of go and attack. He's dropping into midfield, creating chances for our team, and he's someone who's very good on the ball. He's winning his aerial duels, and you look at one of the players that Erik Ten Hag has massively developed, it will be Diego Dalot. I think you look at under Ralf Rangnick, he slowly got into the team, and then he just massively improved from there. One of the most informed right backs. Obviously, he is struggling at left back a bit because it's not his natural position, which is fair to say. But overall, he's doing a sublime job for me. And listen, when we get a Shaw and Lassie back, which was interesting, I thought Onana talked about in his interview about having those players back, particularly Shaw. It will allow Delo to kind of go over to that right hand side, or maybe not. I mean, Mazraoui is doing really well as well. But yeah, for me, I think Delo is absolutely key to the way that we play. And I think for me, obviously got our player of the season last season. For me, he's been our best and most consistent player so far for us, putting in a solid shift. Yeah, really happy with that. Now, the fifth thing we learned, a missed opportunity for me, I think is a big missed opportunity. It was, imagine if we get 3 points from that game. It's against Crystal Palace. It's away from home. We got absolutely thrashed 4-0 there last time. If we get an extra 3 points, and these are the games that the top teams, the Manchester City, the Arsenal, are winning. If we get an extra 3 points, we move up to 6th, 7th in the league. Like, it'd be such a momentum booster. But listen, for me, overall, a lot of positives to take. I think Erik Ten Hag can be very happy with the performance. I think defensively we're really good. A lot of possession in midfield, the patterns of play, which Erik Ten Hag has talked about a lot with Dave throughout the game. I think we should be happy with the way that we played. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. There'll be a video coming out, obviously 7 PM. Could be a topic, could be a news video. I'll have to wait and see if anything progresses. Probably will be a topic video. I'll probably talk about Bruno Fernandes. But let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And peace.